It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
The Brilliant Reports podcast.
Shit you won't care about next week. Did you see Donald Trump Jr. at the Republican National Convention?
Nah, I saw his wifey, though. That was a cringe fest.
They
went for it. What did Don Jr. do, though?
Oh, here's the thing. Cocaine was trending on social media because people were saying that Donald Trump Jr. looked like he was high off cocaine. They said his wife seemed like she was high off cocaine. His girlfriend was definitely yelling for no goddamn reason.
She was acting as if there was a crowd. Like, she was performing as if the crowd was there and there was nobody there, bro. I mean,
she was wilding.
Yeah, she was really going for it. Yeah.
And she was yelling. Here's the thing about the cocaine thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we lost a good moment in his speech because of the cocaine allegations, because everybody wants to reach for the low-hanging fruit and say it looked like he was high off cocaine. Donald Trump Jr. said in his speech, verbatim, racism needs to end and police officers who abuse their power should be held accountable.
Whoa.
He said this on the same night that we watched brother get shot in the back 7 times in Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm a Democrat, I'm Biden Harris, I take that clip of Don Trump Jr. saying that, I put it in a commercial, and I say, it's your father who's preventing that from happening by not agreeing to sign whatever bill, or it's the Republican-led that won't vote on the bill that we propose. I can't remember the name of the bill right now, but it's a bill that has all of this stuff in there about it's a police reform bill, basically. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember what's the name. It's the George Floyd. I think it's the George Floyd Policing Act or whatever it's called. But I would have took that clip, put it in a commercial, and said, Republicans are the one holding this up.
Hmm.
Like, they should have used that, but everybody jumped on, oh, he's high on cocaine, he's high on cocaine, he's high on cocaine. That's, fuck your your skepticism, whatever. It's not like a dinosaur. Fuck your hypotheticals. You know what I'm saying? Let's deal with the reality of what he said. Why not take that and use that to have a broader conversation? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because he was speaking to the audience that needed to hear that the most. If a Democrat says that, that's an echo chamber, right?
Right.
Don Trump Jr. says that at the RNC convention, that means something. I think a moment was lost with everybody focusing on the cocaine.
Do you think the Democrats might be afraid of using it because they could be promoting the fact that conservatives, especially like the Trump family, wants to stop racism and wants to stop police brutality?
Some things should be nonpartisan, right?
I think that's what this shows, right? Like that's an issue that's nonpartisan. Both sides want to stop that. Yeah.
Both sides should be on agreement with that. Yes. If you're telling me you can't agree with what Donald Trump Jr. said because of his political party, then you really not about none of that shit that you be kicking. You really don't give a fuck about the people. You really don't give a fuck about, what you want your idea of America to be. If you're out here screaming peace, freedom, liberty, justice for all, equality, whether you think Donald Trump Jr. was talking out both sides of his mouth, whether you think he believed what he said, it don't fucking matter. He said it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that should be the focus. Don Trump Jr. even said racism should end and police who abuse their power need to be held accountable. That's a great talking point that motherfuckers could have been talking about all week on both sides. That they rather focus on the fact he may or may not have been on cocaine. And by the way, it's not a political convention if people aren't on cocaine. We've seen Bulworth. You think the DNC ain't sniffing? You think that, come on, man, they're politicians.
Yeah.
That's a part of the fuck. Yes, what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
There's a point in my life where I thought that was a prerequisite to be a politician.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought cocaine and politicians went hand in hand.
Are you at all concerned about, and I have to verify this, but from what I read, that apparently the RNC, the opening day, got 6 times more viewership than the DNCs.
I thought it was less. I read that it was less.
Oh, I'll
I read
verify.
that. I read that it was 6 million more viewers less.
I'll verify. Let me ask.
Yeah, I read that.
But
It was
would
6
that
more.
concern you?
Nah, because RNC is just way more entertaining.
It said it drew 17 million
What?
viewers, the RNC.
What did the Democrats do?
So the RNC got 6 times more viewers than the DNC. Right. So
But the DNC only got 6 million viewers.
or less than that, 3 million, right? So 18 divided by 6 is 3. So let's just say, regardless, right? Is that a thing of concern? Because if I was DNC, right? Like, obviously the media's, or most of the media's in your pocket, so they're pushing these agendas that they're saying, "Hey, Biden's going to win."
Wait,
Biden got this.
Where y'all getting this from? Because I know I'm reading it right now. Every headline:
New York
Joe
Post.
Biden tops Donald Trump in TV viewership for first night of convention. New York Times: GOP TV ratings fall below Democrats despite Fox News big night. The Hill: first night of GOP convention delivers nearly 6 times more views. Okay, that's where y'all got it from. The Hill.
Yeah.
Then start of Democrats event on. Oh, it's on a particular thing on C-SPAN's
New York
live
Post
stream.
has it too.
And New York Post, I think, also has it.
Oh yeah, it was the live stream. C-SPAN's live stream of the first night of the Republican National Convention. What the fuck is that? Oh yeah, GOP's live stream had 6 times more views.
Right. So that's what people were doing. They were live streaming it. Does that concern you at all? Because it seems as if like, hey, Biden is going to coast to victory. Everything's going well. But could it be another Hillary type situation where the media is portraying this one idea of how the election is going to go, but deep down, there's still tons of Trump support out there?
I'm not focusing on none of that. I'm not focusing on polls.
I'll tell you why I asked, just real quick to follow up. I was doing shows at the Stress Factory in New Jersey this last weekend, right? They're outdoor shows in a tent, amazing club. Their setup is COVID friendly. It's great. Y'all should check it out. But I remember asking the crowd, I was like, who's voting for Trump? You know what I mean? Who's voting for, or who supports Trump? Who supports Biden, right? There are a lot of people who are like, nah, we don't fuck with Trump. We don't fuck with Trump. And then there was nobody that said they fuck with Biden.
Listen,
It was so interesting. Alex, you saw that, right? Or very few people.
But listen,
But it was like, I thought that it was going to be Trump. People were going to be like, nah. And then when I said Biden, they were going to be like, yeah. But there was people that when I said Trump, they were like, nah. And then I said Biden, and they also were like, nah. That concerns me.
but that means they might stay home. But here's the thing: like
Which
even
is
when
a
you talk about the
problem.
live stream, but TV, 17 million tuned into the Republican convention's first night, compared with 19.7 million for the Democrats, and they say almost half of all TV viewers at 10 p.m. were watching on Fox News. That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, listen, nobody's going to know anything until November 3rd. And I think it's too early for anybody to get cocky. I think it's too early for, anybody to be dismissing, a certain audiences or certain communities. I don't think that you should leave no stone unturned.
Right.
If I'm the Democrats, I'm not leaving no stone unturned.
Right.
I'm not shunning nobody. You know what I mean? Like I'm embracing everybody who is embracing that ticket right now. I think Joe Biden should sit down and talk to fucking Ice Cube.
Let's go.
Don't run from Ice Cube. Like sit down and have a conversation with Ice Cube. You talk to Cardi.
Yeah.
You clearly don't have no problem talking to, hip hop stars. Go sit down and talk to Ice Cube. Why the fuck not? Ice Cube got something to say. Ice Cube got something he wants you to address, which is that contract for Black America.
Now,
That right there.
sorry, go.
I'm saying stuff like that goes a long way, man. Listen, when you look at the 2016 election and you look at the fact that certain states, I think like Michigan, Trump won Michigan by like 10,000 votes. You know what I'm saying? Wisconsin by like 20,000 votes. You know how small a number of people that is?
Mm.
Can't afford to turn nobody away. That's all I'm saying.